So you're looking for your next drone. In this video, I share my experience on the Mini 4 Pro, why I wanted this drone, why I bought this drone, and the Fly More combo. We're gonna include life examples, locations, insights, tips, benefits, features, plus so much more. Can't wait to get into it. Here we go. And what is good, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Benjamin Hayden here. I put up videos on all my personal experiences. These are often in travel, self-development and health and fitness. So if that is your kind of vibe, consider hitting that subscribe button. We're just currently down at Sorrento. It's about 19 degrees today, which is beautiful for the winter. The wind is at about 7 kilometers per hour. So yeah, we're at a good location and a good sort of weather conditions to send this drone up into the sky. Can't wait for this. Let's get into it. Firstly though, let's talk about why I wanted to get a drone in the first place. 3 reasons. I wanted to become a better digital creator. I wanted to become a more well-experienced traveler. And I also wanted to become more professional in my craft. Let me explain. So as a digital creator, I used to start off with photos, but then I went into videos as well. I do a little bit of short form, but more so I've been focusing on long form with the YouTube content and also repurposing that to the podcast called The Harding Cast. And you know what, like I just love the long form so much because it actually allows me to dive deep into these topics and talk about these sorts of things. And with being a digital creator, it's nice to add different perspectives into the media to give more context on the story, to show more of my life here in Western Australia, and yeah, just build on that sort of story and give more value and enhance the experience for the viewer. In terms of professional, that is learning a new skill, being able to actually pick the controller up, set up the drone, be able to drive it in a really good way, which we'll go into more into the video, and have a gadget that works as a companion that allows me to like open up so many more skills with being able to fly it, you know. As a traveler, it's, you know, like I'm able to see these sorts of angles and views from airplanes and from helicopters, and that's beautiful. But to be able to actually travel and see all these amazing places from literally a bird's eye view, it gives me such an awesome perspective on not only how to narrate and tell the story, but also to see these places with my own eyes, through the controller, through the media, and I've seen how much joy and enrichment like looking back on these videos have given me. Another really big thing with this is that like I absolutely love listening to music, playing like a sunset chill playlist or a lo-fi chill playlist whilst flying the drone with my headphones in, and I just get into my own little flow state, my own little world, you know. And it's not only does that feed my escapism and travel, but also like I very much enjoy it. And I've definitely seen that reflecting on the past with all these other videos. And I'm so glad that I was able to experience that with this drone. Let's move on to the next bit. Okay, why I chose the Mini 4 Pro. Let me show you why. So this is the bag that it comes in here, okay? It's the Fly More combo. We'll get more into that into the video in a second. But everything comes in here, which is so compact, so easy, so accessible. When you pull out the drone, I normally keep this thing on, the protector, because it saves the sensor and the views on it. Whenever I go to like fly the drone, I basically take this off. I keep the package, this bit of like foam package in here, because it saves it rubbing around as well. Don't go there. Live in the bottom of the bag. When I bring this out, I just make sure that everything is pulled out nice and correctly. Nothing is like gone the wrong way, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. And like the body is pretty much like just a bit more smaller than my hand. And the fact that it all can go together into such a small space into the bag, for me as a minimalist, makes such a difference. And this, how much this actually weighs with the battery, literally is ultra light. Under 249 grams. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So another big reason to why I picked this Fly More combo is just for the organization of being able to have all my kit in one place and know where things are. So with the bag, I'll give you a little show there. That is how organized my thing looks. Obviously in there is where the drone literally lives, nice and easy, always know where it is. And then in this side we have like the battery pack. Now you can fit 3 batteries in here. I normally charge them all together, which works super nice. If you click it on here on the far left-hand side, I don't think you can see that in the light, but yeah, pretty much you can tell how they charge, and when one's done it goes to the next one and then to the next one. You can also double this up as a battery pack, which I used as earlier, so to stick in a USB into the output there and then plug in your phone or something. I use it as a double up on that, which is wicked. And then in the next section we've got the RC2 controller. Just put that in there. Another good thing I like about this is that it's got like a divider here, just there, so nothing scratches. It's all pretty much like cozy and neat in there. Another big reason to why I wanted to buy the Flymore combo was for this bad boy. It's for the RC2 controller. Now, with the Mavic Air 2S, I pretty much had I used my iPhone and it went onto the top of this of the controller here. Whereas with this one, it gives me so much more ease because I can use my phone for other things, not notifications or stuff, more so like looking for other locations to film. And also, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I love listening to music when I film. So yeah, when I plug in my headphones and get ready for another shoot, it's super therapeutic, it's super like enjoyable, and it makes me want to do more flying journeys and pilot in more places. So yeah, which is wicked. Another thing that I will say with this controller, and this is a very specific thing, is that when you put in like the joysticks here, which live in the back of the controller, I'll just get this put in there like this so you can see it. Super easy to attach, live in the back there, so nothing gets lost. I'll flip and open this up. One of the things that I was very curious about is that because the screen is below here, I thought that if my hands were going over the joysticks, would that make it so that I'm covering the screen? Because last time the phone was here, and that's where my screen would be. However, and I got this in terms of when I used to drive speedboats in Greece, it used to be a throttle system. So I got taught that using my thumb and my index finger like this, it'd be easier to control like the pressure on the actual joystick. So I tried that with the remote controller, and I found that it was so much easier for me to fly. And also with doing that, it means that I have more visibility with the actual screen itself. So I'm going to show you real quick. Instead of doing like that, I don't know if you can see that. So instead of filming it like that, basically what I do is I put those two fingers like that, and then I basically move the joysticks up and down, left and right, like that, and see how much of the screen here I can actually see with doing that method. I'll show you again a bit later, but honestly, it's super helped. And then also it frees up these fingers to like click the back buttons here. Okay, to summarize why I made the switch from the Mavic Air 2S to the Mini 4 Pro it was a lot to carry. I personally more enjoy this. The battery setup 100% is a lot better with the Mavic Air 2S. It was literally like a long piece of like charging dock, 3 batteries that were like this big, super bulky. It wouldn't normally fit in the drone bag like this. It would have to sit on the top. Like, I love having extra space in my bag because then if I pick up stuff along the way or I just need to have more storage for other things, SD cards or anything like that, then it allows me to put them in there and keep them safe for the long run. If I were to think of like my dream setup, like what I would love to have for a companion, for a gadget, this is what I've come up with. So great quality, stabilized and high resolution. So for example, 4K, gimbal, and like good with wind resistance. Second thing is flexible and diverse. easy to fly in a variety of modes and different angles. So whether that's you're flying in your landscape or your vertical. Convenience, easy to set up and fly straight away. This is 100% if you're limited on time for shooting, or if you want to capture the shot of a certain location and use the natural lighting of the sun, or whether it's sunset, like shoot it before it goes really dark and you can't see anything. And then also accessibility, all organized in specific areas in my drone bag, which we've gone through already before. And with literally writing all these down and reflecting on all of it, I can definitely say that the Mini 4 Pro Fly More combo definitely ticks all of those boxes, And you know what, like, I'm super buzzed and super excited to fly this in more locations. At the moment, I have been flying it on the coastline here in WA, Western Australia, Perth. I've been flying in regional areas, so in nature parks near the city, which is near where I live, over in Balga. And of course, going back to the UK in a few weeks, I'm looking forward to capturing the lakes of the local countryside in Oxfordshire, as well as up in Newcastle as well, city, and also just see what the other kind of views are like, you know, and get different perspectives as well. Whenever I start flying, I normally pull these out, point this sort of section towards the drone so it gets a good signal, press and hold the turn controller on. I normally film in normal. I haven't tried and tested out the other two, but at the moment it's all good. Screen will come on. It is that time. Music's going in. It's going to be a beautiful time to fly. Hey Siri, play Sunset Feels, Spotify.
Now play Sunset Feels on Spotify.
Oh, here we go. Connect my headphones.
Takeoff.
Cool.
Home point updated.
It is up. You can see those sensors are going off because it can obviously tell that I'm close by. See, it's got some good thing on it. Right, let's go. Oh, it's a beautiful day today. That's nice. Koi. I'm gonna spin around. Wow. We're gonna go higher. We're gonna look over the Hillary's boat harbour. Damn, that looks stunning, bud. Look at that. Tilt down, like I said, on that bit there. There it is. So you can get more in the frame. I'm gonna go right. Again, using the way I do it. See how much I can see there when I'm doing it. I like mixing joysticks as well. So if I move to the right and it pans right, then I flick left on the left joystick, and it'll go round the subject, but still capture a lot of different things. Oh, that looks sick. That looks sick. I've not captured the full length of this place before, so this looks pretty cool. I reckon we'll go a bit higher. Yep. Cool, that looks so good.
Max altitude reached.
Max altitude, cool. Gonna still pan right. And then also go a bit left. So what you can see there is like the whole of Hillary's Boat Harbour. And then to the right, I think it's Penary Point. You also got a lot in the frame here. So you got residential areas, you've got the boat harbour, you've got the ocean, sorry, and then you've also got the sky. See, I'm slowly transitioning to come left. I seem to be looking at the cars as well, and I like going in the same movement as them. And then as I pan left, you get this whole view of the ocean / beach in the middle of the frame. Yeah, that's good. And then it opens up to the coastline that follows all around in that top left corner. Oish. Dude, I love flying this thing. 32 satellites. Yeah, been going for 3 minutes. Nice slow transitions, that's good. Now I reckon what we do is we're gonna test out the speed and velocity. I'm gonna come back over to the ocean area. It's gonna take me a while to get there, but I wanna go quite close to the ocean and the beach. Obviously you gotta keep your distance from other people, like the public and stuff, which is no problem. Dude, that looks so good. You can even see the city, Perth City in the background with all the skyscrapers. And from where I can see it, it's at like a decent location in the frame. I can scroll a bit up, there we go, to kind of get that. Nice. Right, let's go forward. And I'm gonna stay high whilst I go over those buildings. It's got some decent like meters between us. And then when I get closer to the ocean and closer to the beach, I'm gonna go lower. Sick. So I'm filming basically that direction, all of that area. So let's, yeah, go forward. When I'm filming videos, I really like to try and capture a variety of different angles. As mentioned before, like I just love seeing, I love experimenting with different ways of filming, you know. And obviously, it's not going to be perfect at the start, and I don't aim for perfection. I aim for experimentation and kind of just seeing what I can do. That's how you learn the best, you know. Like just go at it. Good. Got the waves, got the coastal area, got the road, city in background. Okay, we're going to show you something different. I've just noticed that this button here is not the vertical mode. It switches to shoot straight down, so like looking straight down. So when I click that, you'll see the sensor just goes full on like 90 degrees, and now it's pointed on the ocean. So if you wanted to capture any like wildlife, dolphins, whales, boats or anything like that, surfers, that's pretty cool. Obviously keep your distance from them though. Don't want to be too close. Okay, so next thing, I can't switch from landscape to vertical whilst I'm in mid-film. So finish the video, as in like press stop, and then we basically have like a little button on the far right hand side here, which is like the angle, and then you can flip the screen. So I'm going to do that now. So I'll press it there, it flips the screen to vertical. So like do this for Instagram Reels, for TikToks, all that sort of stuff, and then press the record button, makes that noise again, and then we film for another point of view. Like when I'm doing this as well,
Max altitude reached.
Nice. When I'm doing this as well, it makes it so much easier because I can actually see, like, I don't have to mess around with it in post, and you can actually see, like, whilst you're filming, all of the amazing things you can get in that video. Another little trick with this is that I try and use natural lighting, so like the sunshine, to my best ability. I'll show you, if I turn this around, and I face the sunshine itself, so I'm moving more past the residential area, and I face the sun, you see how like there's a lot more darkness and shadows in like the rest of the video. I struggle to see it at my sunnies as well. Yeah. Obviously, like, you can probably edit that in post with like with how you want to like color grade and stuff, but I normally just tend to go off like what the GoPro captures in the natural lighting. And also I love filming in the daytime because I get to be in the sunshine. Vitamin D for the win. Yes. So let's turn around. Another cool little thing with this is that you can have, I like to go front and backwards. And obviously if I'm in the air, there's not going to be nothing that's going to be in my way apart from birds or planes. And there's no planes here and I can't see any birds. So I'm basically going to reverse. I'm gonna put the coast in the middle of the frame. I'm gonna come down a bit so I can actually like get majority in the frame. Tilt it a little bit more, like so. And we're gonna go left. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what I did but in reverse. So now we've got it in frame, perfect. I like capturing a mixture of things in the shot as well. So like you have your cars that are moving, you have your houses or whatever that are stable, you have your ocean which is coming in from a certain direction.
Battery level is low.
Okay.
Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
That's also another good feature. If I'm completely distracted by like how busy I am with like what the getting stuck into the footage and being like, oh, this is really good, this is awesome, and like you don't notice the battery going down, they're having that feature in there of being able to automatically get it sent back to you. And another good thing with this is that it will show you the whole way through it. So it has like a green light of a green like pathway. The yellow H is like where you basically are in terms of being in the location. And yeah, being able to send that back to you is a lot more beneficial because then it's automated, isn't it? You don't have to worry about your drone landing in a super random location and then having to go and find it somewhere. So yeah, which is wicked. And also you can see the path that it is traveling, so that's cool. It also gives you the time of like how long it's going to take. So top left corner it says returning to home, and it's also in brackets got how many seconds it's taking. So at the moment it's got 50 seconds, and now 48 and 44. Wicked. I can't see it in the air just yet, but it's on the way. It's on its way. Sick. So easy to use this, honestly. Another really big thing with the drones is that I wanted to be able to have something that I could grow with. With the Mavic Air 2S, it was good, yeah, it was bulky, but like sometimes I'd send it up in the air and it'd be a bit shaky sometimes. But with this one, it's good for beginners. Like it's good, like especially for me, how I've managed to use all of the gadgets on it, use the sensor well.
Landing.
Use the vertical and landscape shoots, and it's just been so easy, man, like to practice. And you can obviously have a look online as well. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Coming down. Sweet. That noise comes in, that basically says that like obviously like there's sensors around that are going off. But there you go, stopped, all the propellers are off, all turned off, location good. Now normally, if you are shooting and there's like, it goes to a different home point that's been updated randomly, or you just don't want it to land, you can cancel on the screen, like do not land or whatever, and it'll basically levitate there and it'll stay there. And then sometimes I've done that before, I've gone onto the controller, moved it, and then dropped it. Whether it's like landing on grass, landing on concrete, landing on sand. Real quick tip here, I did fly on my Mavic Air 2S with, on the beach quite a lot, and sand gets in the most stupidest places, like the smallest places. So I ideally don't land on the beach, don't do that. Grass, concrete, areas where there's a lot of space, no cars, no people, no kids. Avoid all of that just because last thing you want is it crashing into someone. That upset a lot of people. And yeah, and people are busy about their days, they're focused on what they're doing, and sometimes they won't see your drone if they've got headphones in or whatever, they won't be able to hear it as well, so be careful with that. Awesome, we're going to do one more shoot. I'm going to change the battery. I'm going to show you how I do that, and then we're going to put it up into the sky. We've currently filmed Hillary's over there, so this Sorrento area and the harbour. We filmed over there towards Scarborough, overlooking Perth City, the surf club and flipping North Beach and all that sort of stuff. And now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it that direction, have the sunlight coming in still and shining this way, and kind of just see from high above and see kind of what we can capture, which would be wicked. We've done vertical shoot, we've done landscape shoot, different angles, buzzing, we're getting a lot covered. Awesome. Okay, changing the battery. So, picking up said drone like this. There's 2 buttons on the left and the right side just there. You can pinch that and pull it out. Look how small these batteries are, like in comparison to the other ones. Like, flipping so small, so easy. I literally throw that straight into the compartment, like so. If I put it in the right way, job done. And then you'll see the buttons on there, how that's like got no battery. We move on to the next one. This one's got full battery. Again, when you slide it in, push, you slide it in like that. It'll click when it hear that sound. Nice, it's done. And we're gonna send this bad boy up into the air again. Love it. Just another little tip with this. I normally place the drone in the direction that I want it to film straight away. So for example, if I'm like wanting to film this area and have that as the backdrop, I'm gonna reverse, no obstacles in the sky obviously, I'll reverse and go backwards that way. And then also the natural sunlight, the sun shining this way, it should get, like, the shadows will be behind there, but it still capture like a good bit of visibility, location, area, and also have a variety in the clip, because you're gonna have sky, you can have ocean, you can have greenery, and then obviously as I go backwards through the residential area, you're also gonna see buildings as well, or schools, or basically the layers of all the different things you've got, and I flipping love layers. So absolutely awesome. Let's get into it. You'll also see as well that this has got the battery green lights of how much you've got on the charger, on the remote control RC controller.
Updated.
Sorry, thank you. Home date updated. Also, as you can tell from that noise, is that whenever you put the drone in a new place, I also have the controller updated to where the home point is. So whenever you put the drone down somewhere, make sure that that location is where you want the drone to return to. So in a place where it's got space, the trees are over there, flipping the sideline of the coast is just there with the fence, etc. So it's got space, it's got distance, it's all good. Happy days, so that's good. Just for taking off, I normally click this far left button, which is on the which has got an arrow facing upwards. Normally you press that, it comes up with 2 seconds. Go fly. It comes up with a takeoff section of like where you want to go. So I normally hold that down, and then that'll lift that up into the air, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Battery is at 99, happy days. Got a lot there, which is good. So let's do this. So hold down, green circle will light up, go all around, lift the thumb off.
Takeoff.
Camera will go up.
Home point updated.
Sweet, updated again, awesome. Sensors again are going off because I'm well close to the drone. We're gonna literally send it up, a decent amount of meters, and then go backwards again, all right? Right. Press record, going up. Sensors have gone off because I'm nowhere near it now. Got facing that way. We're going to go a bit further up and we're going to go backwards. So visually looking at it, it's pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. See, there it is. Cool. Wicked. It's up pretty high. Loving that. Right, decent amount upwards. And we're going to go backwards. Alright, let's do it. I'm going to tilt the screen down so it's got a good little bit of visibility of layers. Bring it a bit higher. Yeah, and we're going to go backwards. Now when I do this, I like the transition to be nice and smooth. So like applying the pressure on the joysticks to the far right, but then you can also go slowly up a little bit. Of course, out of sight. As you see when I'm coming back, I've got a layer of the sky, I've got a layer of the ocean. Next underneath that is the rocks and the beach. Next underneath that is like the greenery. And then you've got like the pitches of grass. And then underneath that, you've got the buildings coming more onto the road and more onto the cars, which is pretty cool. So let's keep going further back. I try not to rush this sort of stuff, you know, just because sometimes going slower, it's a lot nicer. When you do start going over the buildings though, it's definitely time to come up higher. Definitely vibe a bit of that. Let's do it. Let's go a lot higher. There we go. Okay, what's up guys? I've got the sun behind me, so I'm gonna try and make this look as good as possible. As you can tell, my hands are in that position where I basically have got my index finger and my thumb. There we go. Wicked. So you can also see there's like a map on the left hand side. That's where we're going. Here you've also got like the height and distance, etc. In flight mode. Up top right here is like how much time you got left. So it says 66 there, which is good. Got good signal in the RC, remote controller, and then got 32 satellites as well, which is really good. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press record. Wicked. So you can basically see a few different things, and we're just going to drive this around and just see what we've got. So that's going up, that's panning right and left, this is panning left and right. Let's go forward. I'm going to go up because I want to see all of the sky. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Max altitude reached.
Max altitude reached. Another thing that I mentioned earlier with the different types of angle for vertical and landscape, you have to press the stop button, stop recording, and then this button here will switch it from landscape to vertical. So if I click on it, it will just do that. This is so good in terms of like if you want Instagram reels and TikToks and stuff like that. I post a little bit to it as well. So it's also good to repurpose like the Instagram reels for YouTube as well, for YouTube shorts. So because those help me to like share more of long form videos, which I really enjoy doing as well. So yeah, another cool thing I want to show with this, and this can work in vertical mode and in landscape, is that there's two things. If I do want to return to home, I'll basically just press this button here, and then you have the options to land or return to home. Obviously the aircraft is over the ocean at the moment, so do not press land, but yeah, if you press return to home, it will come all the way back. Yeah, so let's press return to home. It will create that green circle. When you let go,
Return to home.
it will tell you that it's returning to home. It'll come up with that green light, that green pathway, and in between that green pathway is that, like, you can see that yellow H and circle H. That is basically where I am right now filming this video. And yeah, this works obviously for both settings, whether it's the vertical and the landscape. Another little trick with this is that when I do this, I make sure that it's got, like, it's at a good height in order to return back. For example, it's not too low, it's not coming over houses or in the pathway of houses, or like near trees or whatever, because then, like, sometimes it'll take longer, and also you don't want it to crash at any point, do you? So you spend a lot of money on these things, and you just want to make sure you look after and care for them. So that's wicked.
Landing.
Awesome. See, I can see me now. You can also tap to cancel the landing here if you want to. For example, if it's not in the right place you want it to be. Right. And as you can see, the drone is just there. And the handle. Cool. It will make that noise, etc., in terms of wanting to land. But it's all good to carry on and go down. And stay there. Wicked. Awesome. And then obviously views on this. That is what it's looking at the moment. Sorted. So stop record. That's good. That's wicked. And yeah, I did all of that while I was filming like this with this on my head, because the sunshine is super powerful today. And the lights all over the place. So in terms of packing everything away, and like whether you're going to shoot to a new location or somewhere else to film, I'd basically do everything in reverse. So obviously putting the RC2 controller in, batteries living in there, and then obviously pack the drone up, put the gimbal protector on, put that phone bit back on, slot it back in, all good. Make sure that it's all zipped up, all cables are tucked away, nothing is sticking out. And where this lives in my bag is literally at the bottom. So I put it just here. It fits perfectly in terms of, like, not getting crushed or anything. And as I said earlier, like, it's pretty compact. So it creates a lot of strength in terms of nothing crushing in it. When I do put it in there like that, it fits in nice and snug. And then the other kit that I've got in this bag is obviously the PGY Tech. I normally have that in my hand because I do a lot of selfie shots. And then what is filming currently right now, I'll get a new video on this, on the selfie tripod, the long stick one. What I'll do is I'll just capture a video on it now. So there's the bag. I'm filming on my iPhone now. And then this shot here from the GoPro, this thing here, I'll condense that down like this, like so. And then I'll fold this up, if I can do this properly without holding it. Let's see if I can do it. Like that. I'll basically fold this up like that. I'll take this off and I'll put that on this one here, because that's pretty sturdy and I like holding that. It's got a good grip on it. That's a bit more expensive than this one as well. And then because this is proper straight and whatever, I'll basically just slot this into the bag. So let's show you. Let's bring this back out like so. Bosh, like that. Turn that off, and then basically I'll put that into there on the far left hand side, which is a good placement for it. Oh, so good. Once that is, see the space in there like that, once I've got the handle in there, it sits at the top here. This is at the version of the bag which is like still, it's got more space. If I do open up this one, so yeah, I've got the drone at the bottom, the DJI Mic 2, super small and compact, that lives on the top of it. All the other compartments for like the chargers and stuff. And then, yeah, well, this one is either normal in my hand or I can slot it on the top there and then just have the camera in my hand, etc. and it all fits nicely in there. It's not too heavy, nothing gets broken. I've still got room for water, deodorant, suntan lotion, these charger batteries, because the GoPro dies quite easily, so I normally have like a backup of like 3 or 4, and they slot into these pockets here like so. So as mentioned before, I know where everything is. I know if I run out of something or something dies, I know where to go to. And yeah, it is like a ideal location, an ideal setup for minimalists like myself, move from different locations and film these videos. Wicked. Happy days. And that is all for me today with this video. Just want to say a massive thank you to all of you sticking on through to the end. If you got some value out of this video, go give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe for more content coming soon to this channel, and we'll see you all back in the next vid. Take care, everyone. See you later. Little behind the scenes. Also wanted to mention, if you do fancy meeting like-minded people that share the same interests of travel, self-development and health and fitness, then have a check out our community online. I'll leave a link in the description box below. And yeah, it'd be lovely to see us in there and all connect and share this journey of growth and social connection together. Also buzzing because I've got some new video editors on my team now, so I'm going to be pumping out some more videos so I can distribute more value to all of you here on this channel. Super excited for that. Stay tuned. See you in the next one.